Good morning, Form 1 students, and welcome. I hope you're all well. Okay, so let us begin today with you thinking about the food you like to smell when it is cooking. I'm sure many of you said KFC or pizza or curry or cook-up rice, whatever it is, whatever your favorite food is. Now, a yummy smell attracts us to something desirable to eat. Imagine you're driving past the KFC or you're passing a Pizza Hut, you read the sign, and right away you may not necessarily be hungry, but that smell or that scent gives you the desire to want to eat that chicken or that pizza. Okay, so I want you to think about your other senses and how they work to attract you to a certain experience or experiences. What do I mean? For example, when you listen to your favorite music, you may feel relaxed, you may feel calm, or you may even feel like dancing or singing or going to a party. So, in this chapter, we will try to understand the role of attraction, especially sexual attraction, in God's plan for new life. To understand the importance of living chastely and the consequences of disrespect and irresponsibility. Explore positive ways to respond to the social pressures to become sexually active. So, can you name some things that you desire that you would have to wait for? Maybe to drive, to graduate, to work, and even to get married. You will have to wait. You cannot go and do that now. All right? So let us read the text and learn a little bit more about waiting and why we should wait. Chapter 7, Living Chastely, the Power of Attraction. One enjoyable part of going to a movie is watching the previews of coming attractions. The brief teasers show bits and parts of films that aren't ready to be released. The filmmakers hope that the coming attractions will build the audience's interest in future premieres. During adolescence, you begin to experience feelings of attraction toward others. These feelings are also previews of coming attractions. They help prepare you for the joy and wonder of a fully committed marriage relationship. At its simplest, attraction includes feelings of warmth, trust, care, and generosity. Because of this kind of attraction, you can work successfully with others. This basic attraction also draws you to form friendships with people of both sexes and of all ages. Remember when at the beginning of the lesson, we said that smelling your favorite food cooking makes you want to eat that food. And the same with hearing your favorite music or your favorite artist singing may make you feel like dancing or having a party. In the same way, feelings of attraction can cause you or lead you to friendships of both sexes. As you get older, you may find yourself being attracted to the opposite sex, and that is quite okay. The attraction is normal, but you will have to wait to act on those feelings. Until when? Yes, until you get married. And that is God's way of preparing you for marriage. We will continue reading the text. Sexual attraction. As the reproductive system matures, it releases hormones that cause another kind of attraction between people, sexual attraction. By itself, sexual attraction is not much more than a chemical reaction. But when feelings of friendship and love are combined with sexual attraction, it becomes the basis for sexual desire. In God's plan, sexual desire is meant to be fulfilled within marriage. In marriage, sexual intercourse is the expression of a promise made by a husband and wife. That promise is to be faithful, close, and supporting of each other for their lifetime together. Outside of the loving commitment of marriage, sexual activity carries no such promise. It is wrong and a misuse of one's sexual potential. Growing up. Right now, you may notice that adults are looking at you for signs or previews of how well you're growing up. One important sign is the way you handle your strong feelings. The toddler that you once were would have thrown a tantrum over the slightest frustration. Today, you have probably learned more appropriate ways to respond. Sexual attraction can be a strong feeling. No one teenager or adult is meant to act on it every single time it occurs. And everyone, no matter what age, is called to act responsibly and appropriately with regard to sexual feelings. We can begin to learn how to deal with our sexual drive. Spending time with a variety of friends and groups and being active in sports and other projects are some ways. God's plan for human development unfolds purposefully. One stage of our life cycle prepares us for the next. We learn to talk as toddlers so that we can interact with others when we enter school. We experience the beginnings of sexual attraction as teenagers so that later we can be drawn into the serious commitment of an adult relationship. Your previews of coming attractions tell you that the marriage relationship must be pretty wonderful. But there is more to a married life than acting on sexual desire. A married couple makes a serious emotional, spiritual, and physical commitment. This type of commitment, a true adult promise, is not one you are expected to handle right now. Okay, so that is a lot to take in. I would suggest that after the class you go back and read the text again. Learning how to wait for things is a sign that a young person is growing up. They are maturing. I want it now response is a sign of immaturity, the opposite. So when you learn how to wait and to be able to look at the pros and cons, the positives and negatives of your decisions, that is a sign that you are growing up, you are maturing. Whereas if you have the attitude of I want it now, that is a sign of immaturity. Toddlers behave like that, not young adults. So it's a process that you have to learn and you have to practice. Okay? So that brings us to the end of the lesson. You will copy the vocabulary development in your exercise books and answer the questions in your exercise books also posted on your screen, and you will submit it before the next lesson. So that is all for now. Goodbye.